Welcome back to the Podcast That Rock, weekly podcast that talks about news in the world of rock, metal, alternative, and everything in between. My name is Luke.
My name is Alex.
And my name is Rowan.
Apologies for the delay. It was an OBS setting all along. We were thinking it was Discord or Chrome. Turns out when I updated OBS, it reset it to software encoding. Technical jargon, blah, 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 OBS's fault. Not Alex's or Rowan's, OBS's. Please put your blame accordingly and make sure the proper blame is involved. So,
That was not me.
thank you very much, everyone that stayed with us for the last, 15 minutes. Very much appreciated. I knew I could fix it. I just had to find the right thing. So, thank you all so much. I don't know if we'll cut out the first 15 minutes or I just put a timestamp, whatever. I'll figure that out later. Our hearts, thoughts, and dry thoughts, I guess is the way to say it for everyone in Florida right now. We know how bad it is. I know a lot of people have already evacuated. If you can, I don't have a link, but I'll put one for the podcast feed tomorrow and share it online to like the Global Food Pantry and some of those other donation funds that are going down to Florida, like physically going down there. If you can get to that, that would help out dramatically and donate directly because that funds goes directly to the people that need it. So, that being said, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Alex and Rowan, are you both doing okay outside of the last 15 minutes of technical jargon?
Doing well, thank you.
No, I'm still reeling. I will never recover.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, we are going to go kick off because we're already late. 53 likes for the podcast festival Rock or Flop. If you do a $10 super chat or more, you get your own random festival. Or if you gift enough super chats, 5 at least. Thank you so much for sitting with us here. So, Rowan, can you scoot a little bit to one side? There you go. It was like you were like half face. You were like two-facing it. Okay. So, the big news story that broke this past week, which is a bigger deal than even I'm aware of, because I'm aware of how much success this band has had, and it is kind of a unique thing. 3 Days Grace has reformed with Adam Gontier, and that is a big deal. He's been gone for over 10 years. He had stuff with Sansonia. Now he's back, but they're not getting rid of Matt Walst. He's gonna sing too. Alex and Rowan,
crazy.
Alex and Rowan, do you know of any other instance like this where they brought back a singer but kept the other singer, and it's just gonna be like that?
I do.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily where it's like both singers are simultaneously with the band, but like I do remember with Killswitch Engage when Atonement came out, they brought back Howard Jones for 2 tracks, and they also did that too with their 2016 album. I'm blanking on the name right now, but Howard Jones has at least like come back and like worked with like Jesse Leach like in the studio. So like if I had to guess, I think we're just gonna get that because like Adam still has Saints of Asonia. He's not walking away from that. At least I don't think so. And I doubt they're gonna fire Matt because like he's like the drummer's brother too. So that would just cause all sorts of turmoil.
So update to that. I was thinking more like because with Howard Jones, that was just like one-off things, like 2 songs. Just to update all that, Adam is a part of the band permanently again now with Matt.
Oh shoot!
They're good both, and they both play guitar also. So apparently the live shows, which have already been booked for 3 festivals in 2025, they will have all 5 members and on stage at all times. And they have said they're working on new music together for a new album.
Okay, well, this is a dream come true for me then. Yeah.
My question, let me ask this also. Alex, Rowan, have either of you seen 3 Days Grace before or after Adam's departure?
Never saw them with Adam.
Too young.
Okay. Yeah, same. I've never seen it with Adam. I've only seen it with Matt. Saw him twice or 3 times with Matt, and that was all before pandemic.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. The blessing of this for a live show, they both play guitar. You know why that's a great thing? So that way one of them just doesn't have to be sitting there with his hands in his pockets waiting for the other to sing their song, you know?
Well, okay, I'm glad you said that. So do you think they're going to do individual songs, or do you think they're going to do like a weird singing at the same time a la Butcher Babies type singing 2 vocalists?
Do you think they try to do like you take a verse and I'll take a verse?
Yeah, that's how I'm kind of picturing it because I think
Maybe?
it would be, but I don't know. I didn't even think of them, one doing guitar while the other one sings. I thought maybe they would do, one takes the chorus on this song, or maybe they switch it up every night. I have no idea now.
They just sing the chorus together, maybe. I could see it going both ways, honestly. Because, there's the Adam songs that everyone is like dies on the hill that like he sings better than like Matt. But then like there's like the songs they made with Matt. So like
yeah, and it's a
I
lot.
don't know, it's tough. At least they both like
yeah, it is a decade worth of material. It's a lot. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure they got plenty of time to iron it out. They're not performing until Welcome to Rockville, which is in May. No, whatever. It's in May, and then Sonic Temple, and then Incarceration. DWP swooped in and said, "You're playing for us. 2 shows every festival." So they're playing 2 nights on each festival, which is a fun comeback. It's worth pointing out too, like 3 Days Grace may not be a household name. They have the second most #1 rock radio Billboard hits ever. More than Van Halen, more than like Nirvana, more than many of these other bands. So you can't say they're not successful and they haven't been hitting those streaks. Even with Matt as singer, they've still been hitting #1.
Oh yeah, the whole time.
Charts. Yeah, they are radio rock darlings. 3 Days Grace puts something out, radio flocks to it. It just hits that play button.
True,
So,
but I feel like still like, you know, most of the time when people like talk about like what their favorite like
Sure.
3 Days Grace songs, it's almost always an Adam song. It's always like something either off of 1X or the debut album or, you know, just like anything else from that era.
possible. Yeah.
I'll tell you my nightmare story real quick, just to kind of counter
What
your
is
point.
this
So
weird
I've
3 Days Grace story? Yes, please tell us.
So
Yes.
I've programmed radio stations across this beautiful country of ours for a decade now. Let's just give me a decade. One time early in my career, okay, this wasn't that early in my career. So you remember when Human came out, 3 Days Grace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song, like you guys just said, as soon as the single was released, it went straight to rock radio. Of course, I put it in right when it came out because it was a great song. I had a major malfunction with my board that day. So I program all the music, I have everything set for the evening, I go home for the night, and I start getting all of these frantic phone calls that the same song is playing over and over and over, and lo and behold, it's Human. And it just keeps going on that intro loop for like 30 minutes, and I was
Well,
mortified.
not even the whole song.
Just the intro.
Just the intro loop?
Yeah, it was
That's gotta be like-
terrible. It was
God
the worst.
help any stoner listening to the station during that time.
I guarantee a lot of people were like, this is a really long song.
The intro to Human is really long, guys. Wow.
This is like 20
Yeah,
minute
are they
intro.
doing a
What are they
Rush
doing?
thing?
So,
Yeah, it was stupid. We have so many stories in radio from instances like that, though.
yeah, and things like that will always happen. That's not a novelty. Unfortunately, that's not even unique for some radio station DJs. It keeps happening. So, my not problem with this, it's more of a concern. There's going to be a tour. There's going to be a new album. The new album I'm less concerned about because it'll have the best of both worlds. You sing a song, I sing a song. We both play guitar on both, blah, blah, blah. What's going to happen when they go on even tours or festivals and everyone just wants Adam to sing and, okay, now it's Matt's turn. Adam's turn. Yay! Matt!
That would be so disheartening. That's
Adam!
just like,
Adam! You know? And it
they're
would
yelling
suck.
out, Adam!
Yeah. So I say that because
Didn't even think of
some
that.
crowds can be a little bit nasty, and when alcohol is involved, it makes it worse. So they're professionals, though. They've lived on the road for decades. They know how to handle a rowdy crowd. I just hope that people will be kind to the Matt Walst era now that Adam's back. Even if I was not as nearly as crazy, I've never been a diehard 3 Days Grace fan, especially after Adam left. I can still say the band was successful. It's not worth flushing all that down. Well, now that Adam's back, Matt, you just play rhythm guitar from now on and keep your mouth shut. It's not going to work that way.
And somebody brought up a good point, and I agree.
sorry.
We have obviously a very unique signature sound to Adam and a signature sound to Matt. They have 2 different 3 Days Grace voices. It would be really cool to hear each other on the other's songs.
It would be
Now,
interesting.
It would be really cool because that would just put that little taste of the other on that song, and it's still 3 Days Grace. I would be really interested to see that.
Also, by the way, this is kind of like my counterpoint to it too. First of all, I can't speak for every 3 Days Grace fan, but like, and there probably will just be like some dicks who are like that, who just only want Adam. But at the same time too, like 3 Days Grace as a band, we're still, to your point earlier, we're still like, you know, getting charting success and still like performing for like sold out crowds during the Matt era. So like, and there's plenty of people who like Matt as a singer. So like, you know, I feel like people are just going to appreciate Adam like being back, and they won't take it too far. At least, hopefully. It's not going to be like, I don't think like 3 Days Grace fans are going to be like that, like sort of like, you know, vile.
They won't be that hostile towards it, I don't think. And they have time to prepare and prep, especially if they put out new music before that first show and they could actually play more of the new stuff. That might help counter that excel. But I do think it'd be interesting. Say they played I Hate Everything About You, but it's both of them singing. One of them takes one verse, one takes another. Their pinnacle song that everyone associates them with. Would it be that big of a deal?
Yeah, or they even just like harmonize on the...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd sings along with the chorus of that anyway, so why not have both of them sing at the same time?
I think that would be cool.
I think it could work. And, I mean, they obviously think it could work. This is also good news in the sense of a rock band reforming with an original member and it not being chaotic or ugly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, that
this
happens.
Is some of that good
you get
news
kind of
that
like the
we
best of
enjoy.
both worlds.
Yeah. Also, someone in chat just said, this is like David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar on stage with Van Halen at the same time. Maybe not that big of a scale, but yes. And also, I don't feel like Adam and Matt would not fist fight each other at any given moment.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. Oh, and my wife in the chat just said, just don't have them sing that awful cover of somebody that I used to know from Gautier during pandemic. Yes, they don't need that.
Yeah, if there was a reason for 3 Days Grace fans to boo them at a show, it would be for that, and I think that is valid.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what else they have planned because they have everything listed. I know their popularity has waned a little bit, especially post-pandemic, just because not as many new things coming out for a lot of bands like that too. They've been around since 2002? It's been a while, you know? Also, it's a family band too. Two of the brothers are in the band, the guitarist and I can't remember Matt Walst's brother. What's his name? Anybody in the chat, let me know.
He plays
Brad,
bass.
I think.
Yeah, he's another member in the band that never left. So there you go. So
yeah,
again,
I think his name is Brad, if I remember.
Brad. Okay, I'll go with Brad. Whatever. It's a good thing.
Yeah,
I'm fine with this. Let's all be nice to each other and enjoy that we have a band able to work together, past and present. So I don't know. Maybe I'd be more over the moon about this if I was a diehard 3 Days Grace fan. I know I saw a lot of 3 Days Grace puns in the chat. I'm not going to read them all. No, I'm not enabling all of you. But let us know in the comments. I won't make a poll about this one because just out of curiosity. We're at 41 likes. Someone said if we get to 53, we'll play Festival Rock or Flop later. Reminder, if you do gift subs or if you do a super chat asking a question to a certain amount, we'll give you your own random festival. Thank you guys for hanging on again after that 15-minute delay. OBS's fault, not any of ours. We blame the free software program that I downloaded to broadcast to you. I can't complain. I get what I pay for. So, we now go to a story that just dropped today. Now, the world of news doesn't always stop just because other things are going on, because big stories are happening. Turns out something litigious is happening in the world of rock, and it stems back from 97 to 2004, revolving one Durst Esquire. Fred Durst is suing Universal Music Group for $200 million in alleged unpaid royalties. That is a lot of $3 bills.
It's a lot.
I missed the button on my timing. I was going to boo my own joke, but still, you get what I mean. This is an absurd amount.
Layered on top.
Yeah, this is an absurd amount. $200 million in unpaid royalties, and you just notice now?
Oh, what happened to that money?
Wait a minute. Someone owed me something. I'm pretty sure. So I'm just going to read one little quote. Like, this is still breaking. The legal notice was given to UMG. Also, I'm not going to go out on a limb saying UMG is a great label that has, like, they are typical music industry big band label shenanigans. The lawsuit states Durst representatives learned Limp Bizkit's accounts had more than $1 million in unpaid royalties, which UMG claimed was a technical error. Okay, $1 million over the course of 7 years during Limp Bizkit's most popular run. Fine. That I can envision. $200 million? Where does that number come from?
That's wild.
Yeah, that's right. You're getting to Dr. Evil money at that point, Fred Durst.
Were they selling that much?
I can't imagine. I mean, their albums went platinum. Let's not get it twisted. They went always up until Results May Vary, which was there were no varying results. That album was rough, even by their own admission. That was the one where Westmoreland was not a part of it. I just got to say though, looking at this. 97 to 04. Yes, they were on top of the world. They were making money off their music and touring. For them to say UMG siphoned or never paid out $200 million, I feel like someone would have noticed by now.
Yeah, 20 to 27 years. That's kind of I wonder where that money is.
Quote from one Durst Esquire. Durst explained that he had been informed by UMG that he had not received any royalty statements because UMG told him over the years that it was not required to provide them since his account was still so far from recoupment. Durst representatives, suspicious that UMG was wrongfully claiming plaintiffs' accounts were unrecouped, suggested investigating further. That also sends up a lot of questions. What do you mean? We don't have to tell you how much we owe you because your accounts are so far in recoupment and redebt that we haven't gotten our money back? It doesn't matter. What?
What is going on?
This is already a mess, and just the legal lawsuits has been served. What?
Yeah.
So UMG is claiming
that
they
was
never
the thing
made...
that...
Go ahead.
No, that was like the thing that was like when UMG said like, "Oh, we didn't even make our money back from producing your stuff." That's what got me because again, that was during the height of Limp Bizkit. That's when you couldn't escape their music.
And I'm willing to bet they got a share of all that touring too. Because they were touring big back then, to like the Summer Sanitarium tour and other stuff during that time frame. All the MTV spots that they were probably getting a share of as well, or something. What was the artist's budgets? Like, what was the comp when they signed that contract? Okay, was it more than $200 million of an advance for Limp Bizkit? There's no way. There's not a chance.
No.
Not a chance. Especially at 97.
You don't do that for a band starting out.
No.
Yeah, especially at 97. For a band that just broke the scene with their cover of George Michael's? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So,
no.
This whole thing is a mess. We only have day one information. Everything that's been presented, like, raises infinite more questions the more you read into it. It's also the type of thing where you're like, hey, you're a lawyer. Can you explain what's going on here? And the lawyer was just like, I don't have any idea what this garbage means. What are you talking about? So, final thing. The lawsuit reads UMG's failure to reissue royalty statements, in particular from 97 to 04, the height of the band's fame and during periods in which they made record-breaking sales, when they did, with respect to its most popular albums, suggests that UMG was intentionally concealing the true amount of sales, and therefore royalties due and owing to Limp Bizkit in order to unfairly keep those profits for itself. That part is at least a believable accusation that they can find out proof of. One way or another, they could prove it. So, if that's the case, yes, that's illegal, that's shady, pay them their money. Anyone that's known this channel longer than a day knows I am not a Limp Bizkit fan. Even I would say, yeah, you can't do that, pay them the money they're owed.
You can't just steal someone's money.
Yeah. So, if that's true, if that is the accusation, and that's because that is something they can definitely prove, then yeah, that's shady. But $200 million is so much. How did you guys not notice?
Yeah.
So
that part's gonna be funky.
Thank you for the membership renewal, Mosh Pit Messiah. I hope you're doing well. Sliding with Fred Durst was not on my bingo card. Siding with Fred Durst, sliding. Wow, it has been a night. Siding and sliding with Fred Durst was not on my bingo card. Yeah, well, you know. So, as we move on, Alex and Rowan, would you like to hear a story?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys heard it already a little bit, the brief notice of it, but you haven't heard me tell it like this. Sunday evening, my wife and I were getting ready for bed at 11 o'clock Eastern when I got prompted with an email from YouTube. I didn't think anything of it, but I looked at it and it said it addressed one of the videos I had posted, and it said fair use in the title. And I go, Oh, another copyright claim. Whatever, I'll fight it in the morning. I looked at it, though. And I'm going to show everyone the emails I got because you know what? If this is going to happen to me, then everyone just gets to see the entire situation that unfolded all at the same time. The last email, or the first email I got was, "Hello, we received the copyright infringement notification below regarding your," meaning my, "video. We believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or a similar expectation of copyright protection. We are writing to let you know we do not plan to remove your video at this time. You have control over the availability of videos on your channel, including the ability to delete them if you choose. Please be advised it is possible the copyright owner, 30 Seconds to Mars, Jared Leto, I'll get to that in a second, may approach you directly to request removal or take other action. This email is not intended as legal advice, blah, 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 blah. Please note the complainant's physical address and phone number have been redacted from the copyright infringement below." Yeah, I'll bet. So I did not get that information. Sorry. That was the main email that I got sent, the last thing. What YouTube did, though, was they sent me the original email that was sent from the channel and the people claiming that I didn't have fair use, and the back and forth from real people. 30 Seconds to Mars, Jared Leto, saw my video, watched it all, went through it and took notes, contacted YouTube directly through their supports to take my video down.
You made it, man. You got to him.
There's a lot
You
to
got
take
to the
in.
top dog.
There's a lot to take in. Not least of which, this is the first time in 10 years that YouTube has taken my side. They defended fair use. This is the holy grail of content creation. I don't know anyone else that's ever had this in YouTube before. Ever.
This is wild.
YouTube. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Pardon me. Let's go to the original email. This was sent to YouTube. It's on screen right now. "Hello.
From Jared Leto.
Music from 30 Seconds to Mars is featured throughout the entirety of the infringing video. The volume of the song's audio is reduced as the speaker attacks the artist." So that's the accusation. "Additionally, several of the band's music videos are used in the infringing video. Below are some of the time codes." And he wrote out a lot. He wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 music videos worth accustomed all the stuff that I flashed images of. All these timestamps, nothing's longer than 10 to 15 seconds. And he, let's just say he embellished a little bit of that as well. "Furthermore, the infringing video uses an official band photo." I'll read the rest of this because it's the cutoff of the screenshot. "They also complain because I used the photo, the press photo they used for 30 Seconds to Mars as my background photo, like the YouTube thumbnail, which was sent to me from a press release to use for promotion. The reason the photo was taken, whatever. My language is a little bit rough right now. You know what I mean? So
Press photo, yeah.
yeah, press photo.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll show that later. I'm linking it to all. The video is the downfall of 30 Seconds to Mars. So YouTube responds, "Hi, 30 Seconds to Mars," because it responds to the YouTube channel title, and that is the name of the channel, 30 Seconds to Mars. "Thank you for your removal request. We reviewed your request and need some more information." And they do that to anyone, too. "Please read the entire email carefully for a complete update of each video status." And he knows about the video. "We are concerned that your copyright notification may not be valid for the videos listed below." They already knew something was up. YouTube! So, if you still believe your copyright
They actually did their job for once.
Yes, correct. "Is infringed by the YouTube videos identified below. Please explain in detail why you think so. We ask that you provide more detail and that was included in your initial notice." Boy, YouTube is even saying that. "How much of copyrighted work is used? How is the market for your original work affected by this use?" My video is affecting the market of 30 Seconds to Mars? Get out of here. "Does this significantly transform your original work? Yes. Please note that we may share your response with the uploader. Tee-hee." So.
Did you get another response?
They did. Or
Ooh.
Jared did, and this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. I'll try to zoom out and stuff and show everything. Goodness. Copyright infringement notification confirmation. Thank you for your submission. It is under review. Here is the information you filed. Copyright owner name, Sisyphus Corporation. Your full legal name, Jared Leto. Your title or job position, songwriter, music video director. Username, 30 Seconds to Mars, the same as the YouTube channel. Email address, and I blacked it out, and I looked it up to tie it with it. It is the email address that was created with Google when the YouTube channel was created in 2006. URL allegedly infringing, blah, blah, blah. Describe the work allegedly infringed. They listed the songs. Country where copyright applies, US. And then on the very bottom, and this is where I'm going to try to zoom, OBS kind of cuts it off. I'll see what I can do. And again, all these photos are online. I state under penalty of perjury that I am the owner. I have good faith. This is not fair use. The notification is accurate, blah, blah, blah. Authorized signature, Jared Leto.
Big mad.
We beat Leto, boys.
So,
Big mad.
now... yes, I get experience and Gil from that one.
You beat the final boss.
Yes. So, what does all this mean? I need to add some context to this to help further the point. Oh, goodness. This is where it's really going to open up the can of worms. I made a follow-up comment online. That comment where he says the volume of the song's audio is reduced as the speaker attacks the artist, like saying like I have low background music while I'm talking. This is where it gets awkward. That was not 30 Seconds to Mars music. That was YouTube audio royalty-free music from YouTube's library that sounded like alternative 2010s music. I looked it up specifically to sound like that. I didn't even have to do anything, and he thought it was his.
So did Jared Leto just kind of like realize that like his own music sounds like generic alt rock?
If this part gets back to him, yes. Because this part, like YouTube didn't know this part, right? I still have the files in Adobe Premiere. I have the songs I downloaded from YouTube's audio library for free that YouTube promotes and save them. I don't know how else to say this. And someone else counted, it's less than 100 seconds in a 16 to 17 minute video that he said was a copyright infringement. But even YouTube said, yes, this is fair use. And yeah. So that's my story of Jared Leto and 30 Seconds to Mars versus YouTube.
Imagine if he's lurking in the chat somewhere. Like he's watching
the actual channel pops up with a check mark, says, yeah, I heard what you said.
Yeah.
As soon as I get off my island, you're in trouble. Like, okay. And I said to these two, he's currently touring in Europe. Doesn't he have better things to do?
Apparently not. He's going the Ronnie Radke route.
So, Alex, Rowan, I know you guys have minor thoughts about this, that you said like how you were shocked with this with everyone else was that I told. Because I kept my thoughts a little bit quiet until now to explain all this.
Yeah.
Well, it's over 1,000 likes on the YouTube thing with 125 comments. The comments are gold, by the way. It's pretty brutal. However, it's nothing compared to Twitter because a lot of other YouTubers started sharing out, and the YouTubers were kind of shocked that, again, YouTube took my side. So
I'm so happy for you.
I know.
I know, seriously.
It is definitely a weird feeling, and it happened at 11 o'clock on Sunday evening when we were getting ready for bed. These emails and the screenshots just popped into my email right from YouTube. And I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
And I had to look it up and I was talking to Gretchen. Oh no, it was from the band. Oh no, they had to submit Jared Leto's legal stuff. Again, I don't have his address or phone number. They didn't send that to me for obvious reasons. And I blacked out his email. I don't want to get in trouble for that. I wouldn't put that anyway. But yeah, I won't go through the comments because we don't have an hour. But boy, oh boy.
Probably had some weird dreams that night. So you probably had a hard time sleeping.
I did take. I wanted to read that night. I couldn't. I was just like, man, what the heck's gonna happen now? And I told Gretchen, I don't want Jared Leto coming after me, the weirdo. So
you don't want weirdo sex cult guy after you.
After 2,000 likes on Twitter and over 221 retweets and quotes, I think people are getting the word out. Yeah. So
I'm excited to see your real reaction, Luke. Thanks, Gretchen.
Yeah, Gretchen has it because like she had her phone out. She was recording for one of her vlogs on her channel, and I had to explain it to that too. So yeah, it's just gonna be me sitting on the edge of the bed, confused, looking at my phone. Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. So that's what happened. Questions? I think I addressed everything. Questions, anyone?
My end, you covered it all pretty well.
A really nice feeling, though, just saying you beat Jared Leto without even having to try, right?
Yeah. And the icing on the cake, I got several thousand views on the video since Sunday, since I made that public with the screenshots. So
you got one over Leto.
The free advertisement I got was way better than any type of advertisement I could have paid for. So yeah, that's what happened. I don't recommend making videos like I did because now you know someone will come after you. But it's good to know that YouTube has defended at least one fair use case.
I'm proud of you for doing it right, Luke.
I know.
You did it right from the start, and I'm proud of you for that.
And you know why? For this exact reason, because I was afraid people would take stuff down because YouTube does it all the time. They have an automated system for it. Someone just said you beat
Especially
the Joker.
Especially if it's like a bigger profile, like 30 Seconds of Mars.
Someone just said I beat the Joker. I'm Batman.
Oh, don't remind us of that Joker. I'm Batman,
everybody. Oh.
Say it right, Luke. I'm Batman.
Luke was the one who was like, it's morbid time.
Oh, gosh, no.
I wasn't the first one to make a Morbius joke. Look at the chat logs.
Rocks beat the worst Joker. Oh, that's sad. So YouTube can do their job, yes. So there we go.
Thanks, YouTube.
The next one is Kid Rock. Oh God.
Kid Rock's never claimed anything against me. I don't want to have to deal with that either. I think Kid Rock. I don't even know if Kid Rock's allowed to use the internet. So he's creepy enough to where I'm sure he has some type of legal restriction. I'm not making any accusations. I'm just judging on past behavior. I don't know if he gets on the internet.
I wish they had ways to prevent certain people from using the internet. I don't think that works, but I wish it did.
They have to break a law before they're prevented. Yeah.
My favorite part will be that like Jared Leto mistaken generic alt rock from YouTube as his own.
Like I could play that music right now on stream and YouTube would be fine with it. That's the stuff Jared Leto was claiming was the stuff I was attacking him against. By the way, I was pretty complimentary for half of that video. So, someone from Q101 in Chicago came up to me at Rife and said, "Hey, I watched your video. That was great," from their rock station. It's like, "Oh, thank you." So, yeah. Luke enters the ranks of Edward Norton and Christian Bale and people who have beaten Jared Leto. Goodness.
Hey, Paul!
At least somebody didn't bring up George Clooney. You're amongst good company.
That's true. George Clooney never did fight the Joker. That's true. So, all right.
Mr. Freeze.
Well, you know, Arnold.
Poison Ivy.
Arnold's a totally different. Yeah, Poison Ivy.
I know.
I remember that scene as a kid. Curses with the lime vines are after. Yeah.
You remember the back credit card?
Oh, just because it's Uma Thurman. That's what you love.
No, yes, but I love the whole Batman and Robin movie.
I knew it. Uma Thurman and Alicia Silverstone.
Look at this. I'm turning red. What have you done?
And what did we get? George Clooney with bat nipples.
I know. Why the nipples?
And a back credit card.
And the back credit card
with the back.
And Robin only had a motorcycle. Yeah, I know.
Michael Keaton didn't have nipples. What happened there?
Val Kilmer didn't have nipples.
Joel Schumacher was like, "Give him nipples."
All right.
That's what this needs.
Let's go back to actual music news that does not revolve around this channel and Jared Leto. Boy, does that feel weird to say. Right now.
Yeah, let's move away from bat nipples.
Yes. Right now, I'm showing a picture right outside of north of Chicago, I should say, in Illinois. What am I looking at? Looks like a band with 2 police officers. Well, this is the band Bewitcher, excuse me. Metal band, black magic metal, great group, sound fun. Their publicist informed me they got up into a scrap of trouble yesterday. Their van is to the right on the photo. They stopped by a bank to drop off their tour money that they made. Cash, receipts, stuff like that. Well, they walked in dressed like that, and the bank staff instantly pushed the silent alarm and called the cops on them because they thought it was a bank robbery. This is discrimination against metal bands, and I'm gonna be honest, I've dressed sloppier than that when I've gone into a bank before, and I didn't have anyone call the cops on me.
Yeah.
So, everything was squared away. Those 2 police officers in Illinois smiled and posed for the photo. Quote from the band: "I've been arrested before. When you're a teenager, a good run in the cops is a rite of passage in this country." I don't know about that. Is that true? "Whether you were actually doing something nefarious or something just plain stupid, everyone has a cop story from their glory days." Okay, that's true. "Or all the encounters I've had with the law, I've never had a gun pulled on me, let alone many guns held by many police officers."
Jesus.
In Orland Park, Illinois, at about 11:30 a.m. on a glorious sunny Monday afternoon, Bewitcher was mistaken for bank robbers and were surrounded by cops with guns drawn. "We had a couple killer shows over the weekend. We were holding a stack of cash we needed to deposit. Little did we know someone would think we looked like we were making a withdrawal by force." For those unfamiliar with Orland Park, I'll paint a quick picture. You've all been there. It's your typical spotless, perfect strip mall dotted suburb in northeast Illinois. A van full of tattooed long-haired, they call themselves a van full of tattooed long hairs, dressed in black, is likely not a regular sight. We had may have looked a little haggard and rough around the edges because tour will do that to a person, but a gang of bloodthirsty criminals we are not. Besides, a big black van with 3 massive winged units, phalluses, there's a good word for it, were scrawled on the back window in the dirt into the road grime, and is not very conspicuous for a getaway vehicle. Thank you very much. Skeletal Remains, our co-touring band. So the reason I'm showing the van more, the other image, is because there are 3 very giant descriptive units drawn like with their finger into the dirt on the back window. So this band pulled up in that van with that imagery, just walked in with a fat stack of cash, and the events happened.
You know, I did forget about the van.
The van?
The tour van. Because, you see a van pull up, it's always like, what's in the van? What's going on with the van? And then you see some long hairs in all black come out. I mean, it's total discrimination.
It is discrimination,
but I forgot about
unfortunately.
the van.
Yeah. And
I imagine the teller was just... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I just imagine the teller was like an 80-year-old woman. She's wearing an overcoat. She's hunched over, has reading glasses, has a little bun. She still thinks metal is the work of the devil or something like that.
And the name
just anyone involved.
The name is Bewitcher.
Bewitcher.
And they're an outlaw black magic metal band. Yeah. Also, this is a true, a Dodge Transit, a true touring van with no windows on the side, with the transparency type thing. So it looks like a creeper van.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a tour van too, so that didn't help. So
yeah,
but they're not hiding their faces. You would as a teller, you would be oh, these are robbers. These are doing a horrible job.
The one guy in the center has arms covered in sleeves. The woman has sleeves for tattoos. All perfectly distinguishable characteristics. Every bank in the country has 24-hour recording surveillance.
Yeah, exactly. If they were actually trying to get one over the bank, they're doing a horrible job of concealing their identities.
Yeah, they might as well have showed up in trench coats like the Ninja Turtles and the hats and just try to hide their identity that way.
Just put on glasses. Do a Clark Kent, you'll be fine.
Or the Groucho ones, the glasses with the mustache and the big nose. Goodness.
Yes.
Again, all resolves. No one got hurt. Even the cops were having a chuckle about it. They did not say what bank this is, but be careful if you're in northeastern Illinois because you might get a silent alarm pulled on you, and it could be a mess.
Yeah.
I am really hoping the body cam footage is released to the public because I would just love to see that. That would just be hilarious to me.
That or the bank. I'm more interested in the bank footage, like when she pushed the alarm. You know, like what was
No, but the body cam would have audio, right?
Yeah, it would. That's true. That would have audio.
Yeah.
No, that's our van out
again,
there.
You have like
the creeper van with the stuff pointed on the back. Oh heck no! You're going to jail.
Yeah, no, you have to tell her, be like, it's them, officer. It's like,
yeah, right.
See, if we saw these guys walk into a bank, okay, you pull up in a van with, no windows, total creeper van, and these guys walk out of the van, we would be like, oh, look, a band.
Yes.
For, I guess in, a little suburban bank in
in
Illinois.
Northeast, like northeast of Chicago, northeast Illinois. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Goodness.
It's so weird.
Yeah, they said goodness too. They definitely said that. So,
golly gosh,
gee golly gosh, yes.
Oh sweet lord, oh criminy.
So thank you, Katie Irizarry, for sending this in for one of your bands, and hopefully they have better travels and better cash deposits on the road. You can follow Bewitcher. They're
probably never going back in Illinois.
Yeah, well. Chicago's a big market, but maybe they'll have to wait till they get to Wisconsin to make a deposit or something. I don't know. Moving on. I know we're going to be a little bit of a delay because it took so long. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Are we getting close to the goal?
I think we already hit the goal.
Oh, we're playing Festival Rock or Flop at least one round, so we'll be playing that later. Thank you guys. Keep hitting the like button.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Again, just like last week, if anyone does a super chat of a certain amount or more, or gives away gift memberships, you get your own custom festival. On a day like today, where Jared Leto, 30 Seconds to Mars is in that file, for the photos.
Oh, you dare jinx us, Luke.
That'd be rotten.
Knock it off.
Or it'd be funny. I don't know. Would it be rotten or funny? Hey, 30 Seconds to Mars, guess who's playing my festival now?
But I will say though, if that somehow happens, if you want to just if we just want to say, we're just gonna quietly take these guys off the list or something like that. Yeah,
I wouldn't. Qualifiers.
I wouldn't.
I'll make a qualifier for it later.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I told these two about this upcoming series that's coming out. They did not see the trailer. Poppy is coming out with her own variety show on Veeps. It'll be the YouTube channel Veeps. The trailer is out now. It's only 35 seconds. Poppy hosting a variety show is exactly what you think it's going to be. I can't play the whole thing, but I can play a little bit. I'm going to play it real slow. Let me go up a little bit more, actually. Bam. Okay. I'll put the link in the post and on the pin comment and stuff too. Improbably Poppy is the name of the series. Episode 1 drops this Friday. Poppy holding a gun. Poppy wearing a mustache. Poppy setting dominoes to man holding a gun. Puppets. A surgery gone wrong. Poppy singing. Poppy shooting one of their crew members. Clowns. A water gun. More guns. More puppets. An alien. A pizza delivery man with over 500 pizzas being delivered. More puppets. And Poppy dancing around and then pretending to be a detective. A puppet doing something very inappropriate. Magicians fighting. Improbably Poppy. There.
Very on brand.
I feel like I covered the play-by-play well enough. Without the music, too, it also doesn't fit. We don't know what's going to happen on episode 1. Maybe it'll be everything we just saw. We don't know how long the episodes are going to be. All in all, this will be on Veeps. It airs Friday. I'll give a report next week. It is Poppets. Goodness. Not puppets. Puppets.
We should do a thing where it's we all watch it and then we give our thoughts or something. That's a segment. That'd be cool.
Should that be a little YouTube bonus or something?
Hello, Poppy.
Why not?
We could record that offline and then post it later. And it's just us three going with our faces. Everyone listening on the podcast.
It's the one
awkward face. Yeah.
It's like that. If you guys like know this like moment from like The Simpsons, they play like a Russian itchy and scratchy cartoon, and they just cut to Krusty, where it's like, what the hell was that?
Yes. So.
Yeah.
That being said, Poppy's new album comes out in November. This will be a nice little advertisement and lead up to Poppy's new album. I'm looking forward to it.
He's so weird. I love it.
Yeah, you know what? She's the right personality to pull all this off. So hopefully it goes well.
I like it. That weird is a compliment.
Yes.
Someone just said in the chat, Poppy is going to make her own Eric Andre show. That is very accurate.
Looking at what I just saw, that actually is very appropriate for what it could be. So, Cartoon Network-esque of what it is. So,
like Adult Swim Cartoon Network.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry. So, speaking of new music, I know Alex is a little more familiar with Butcher Babies. When Carla Harvey left, she didn't have an initial statement right away. Turns out she's opened up about why she left Butcher Babies, what she's going to do with her new music, and what else is going on. Alex, did you want to kind of jump in on this one?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of the age-old Hollywood story. If we rewind to, Carla coming to Hollywood and, starting all of the ins and outs of the entertainment industry, she kind of got burnt out early on, before Butcher Babies even got started, because it's a hard industry, the entertainment industry, from acting to music. And so she was like, okay, maybe I don't want to do this music thing. And she focused on her, death care work, which she's actively doing now. But before Butcher Babies even started, she focused on, kind of getting that education still. So she had some sort of fallback. And then an opportunity came about, and she decided to do Butcher Babies. And so she did the music thing. She did it for 15 years. And then kind of changed her mind again after having done the rock star thing for a full 15 years.
Yeah.
So she basically just realized, to kind of summarize it, that this wasn't for her right now, because doing the band thing, as we all know, is so hard.
Yeah.
Doing it with so many different people is so hard. So having 5 different people who, maybe 3 of them are all in and they're all about it. They have all the time in the world to dedicate to it. And then, you've got 2 people who have families, who have partners, who have different lives, who live in different states. Mm-hmm. It gets to be a lot. So she decided to step away and focus on her death care career again.
Yes. I want to point out, too, for people who are not familiar, death care is not the style of a music, like a subgenre of music or metal, like deathcore.
Good point.
Death care, think about like funeral home directing or grief counseling for deaths. Death care.
Literally, yeah. That's what Carla does. She is a grief counselor, and she, I don't remember the actual terms, but she does like all of the funeral type stuff, where, like embalming and getting everything ready. So like literal.
She's had that licensing for years too. So this is not something.
So she's like a mortician, basically. Yeah.
A mortician. That's the word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely part of what she does. So she's focusing on that. She did actually announce another musical project that she will be pursuing. They're working on it right now. It's called The Violent Hour. Mm-hmm. So that's something awesome she will be releasing. So she's still doing music, but really focusing on her family, obviously her partner, her stepdaughter, and her career, not just her musical career anymore.
Correct. And also, for those who are not familiar, she is married to Charlie, the drummer of Anthrax.
I don't think they're married yet.
Or Charlie Bonanza.
Engaged to the drummer, Charlie of Anthrax. There we go. They've been together for a long time, though. So
yeah, they've had a
cool,
good run.
I met Charlie.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, he's a super cool dude. They're awesome.
Yeah.
He was really nice.
The drummer. He's also the drummer on the Pantera reunion show.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's good news too. That it wasn't like some ugly brawl of a fight between a band. Just time to move on.
Exactly. And
that's okay.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I want to focus on the other things in my life. Yeah.
Yeah. Not everything is a mess in the world of rock and metal and alternative. Just Jared Leto and what Fred Durst is suing UMG for. That's not bad.
I'm going to keep count of how many times you mentioned Jared.
I know. I have to get it out of my system this week,
That's fair.
Yeah. I want to be done after this week, so.
Okay, I'll give you this week.
Okay, so now we move on to upcoming tours and albums that we can look forward to. Did any tours get announced this week? I feel like some started. Were there any announcements?
We've got Category 7, which is like, I'm not familiar with the band. I'm not going to pretend I am, but it's like ex-Anthrax, ex-Machine Head. They just announced their first ever tour, so that's really cool. Okay. Category 7.
Good one.
Life of Agony are going to perform
Nice.
Ugly, the entire album, on the 30th anniversary tour coming up in 2025. So that's rad.
Very cool.
And that's all that I have for right now.
I saw the Category 7. I did not know about Life of Agony. So for the heavier music fans, especially for older like thrash and like the really heavy stuff of the late 80s, early 90s, this is your tours. So there you go. Rowan, do we have any upcoming albums for this Friday, October 11th?
We got a couple. So we got The Offspring. They're coming out with Supercharged. And then we got a band called Chatpile, who are a sludge metal noise rock band. By the way, it's another freaking band that uses pseudonyms, even though unlike other bands, they don't hide their face or anything like that. So why? What's the point? We have a band called Touche Amour with Spiral in a Straight Line. I'm not familiar with them. So
post-hardcore, more on the emo side, screaming your heart out about your feels, that type of thing.
When I saw post-hardcore, I was like hoping like it's like something like Converge or something like that, you know? Yeah.
Not to that,
but then like
it's in the ballpark, I guess.
All right. And then, of course, we got Falling Reverse collaborator Jelly Roll with Beautifully Broken. So get your booze out there.
Okay, see, it's not the Jelly Roll I can't stand, but he is collaborating with everybody right now.
Everybody's got some Jelly Roll.
Even WWE. He went to a WWE pay-per-view over the summer and chokeslammed someone, and everyone cheered and everyone loved it. So he's getting around.
Yeah.
So
he is, yeah. It's just more like I just did not care for like that country metal
song. I did not either.
It's just like that. It's just
like... Yeah, but at the same time, I don't dislike his style. Like, I can listen to Jelly Roll, to whoever he's associated with.
Yeah, no, it's just like...
Yeah, I'm not going to reach out for that
song. It's just another country,
though,
singer. It's like, It's just another country singer to me. It's like, he's a country singer that looks like a SoundCloud rapper. That's my biggest takeaway from the guy.
He has been working for a long time, though, so I will give him that. Like, he has worked the true... Like, lived on the road for years, toured and performed in the crappy little bars that you get, like, you always catch a disease after playing in, you know. So he's put in the work. So, also, I want to say Miles Kennedy has an album coming out. His solo album. Could be wrong about that. I know it's coming out soon. The other one I want to go announce, because, like, keeps getting pushed aside. I got a press release that I even forgot about. 7 Hours After Violet. Shabo from System of a Down, his band's project. His album's coming out this month too. I think it's this Friday also. I could be wrong, but like the new song was fun. So I don't know about Miles Kennedy though. I could be wrong about that. I just remember someone said it in the chat, and then I want to say about 7 Hours After Violet. So that being said, is there anything else we need to cover before we book a festival?
Let's do it.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. Okay. Once we hit a like goal, we book a random festival. What does that mean? I have a folder of over 200 photos of bands that I've taken photos of, and some others, just random ones. We book a 5-band radio station festival, and us 3 are in this to make money. We want to know if people would come to this festival. So, at random, we'll have 5 bands polled, and then we'll ask the poll, what do you think? Would you go to this festival? Someone just said unoriginal, no boomer core. I have no idea what's going on in the chat right now.
Boomer core.
Boomer core. Like Ted Nugent?
The hell is boomer core?
I'm assigning that to Ted Nugent, so I don't even know. Goodness.
I'm thinking Skillet.
Boomer.
That's not quite boomer.
They're not old enough. That's the thing.
Oh, no.
I don't even know who it would be. Boomer core. Ugh.
I don't know.
Get off
my
lawn.
Like Radio Rock or something.
So it's like Get Off My Lawn and then a breakdown? Like a big chugga breakdown after Get Off My Lawn?
That'd be kind of funny. That'd be kind of funny and ironic way. You got like some old groupie like Get Off My Lawn.
If it's a parody, I'm down for it. Then I'm okay with it. Like, and they dress up like an angry old man. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just to show everyone, I do not cheat. This is the file. As soon as I hit the button, our first band. Everyone ready? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Band number 1. Palais Royale. We had them like with the first or second week. Fashion Rock.
I like them.
They have literally played at fashion shows.
I know like a few songs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to say they're from Canada. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, I could be totally wrong about that. I apologize if they're not Canadian. Sorry. There's my Canadian apology. Sorry about that. Number 2, Papa Roach.
Okay. I like Papa Roach.
You know what? Papa Roach always brings up a energetic live show, and they are great to their fans. So if we're having them at our festival, it'll draw some attention. People will show up.
Yeah.
Liking it so far. Okay. Number 3. Also, by the way, before I go, the photo on screen, I love it. Like he just won some scratcher's lottery ticket. Yeah. So number 3.
Jacoby.
Yes. Pixel Grip. Okay. Little explanation. I'm sure you may not know who Pixel Grip is. Chicago-based band. They toured with Health. They're bonkers. They make electronic rock, like that type of stuff, and then they remix their stuff into dance club hits too. And they are super. How do I put this? Their lyrics can get quite risque. She often.
So are we?
This is Rita, the singer. She often, well, not every city, will come out with someone on a leash, her pet, and just do something
Is she
like
a dom?
that. She is beyond a dom, and she markets herself as such, including in her music, yes.
The guy on the leash is Fat Mike from NOFX. The dude is... I only say that because the dude is openly into BDSM.
Yeah, and that would fit, because some of the music, like their latest single, Stamina, I will not dare utter on this podcast. The lyrics get pretty intense, and they loop, like for a dance beat. Boy, oh boy. Alex and Rowan, feel free to look up the lyrics to Stamina by Pixel Grip, Pixelgrip, and just to get an idea of what you're talking about. So, oddly enough, would fit with Papa Roach. Somehow. Okay. Band 4. No Effects. Wow, someone called it.
Oh my god!
Owen.
I just
Buy me
added
a
that
water,
photo.
you
I added that photo less than 2 weeks ago.
What have you done, Rowan?
By the way, both Pixel Grip and NoFX played on the same day, because NoFX played all 3 nights of Riot Fest, and that's Fat Mike in cat ears, who did come out on a chain, told the crowd he was already drunk before they started playing. NoFX, Pixel Grip, Papa Roach, Palais Royale. We got quite the crew. Band
You better have
number 5.
good insurance.
Oh my gosh. That
I know,
back
I like
room?
NoFX,
Ugh.
so I'm happy with that.
The green room would have the biggest stank. Ugh. Just burn down the building and fumigate. Okay. Number 5.
God, chat, it's not my fault. It's
Alice
random.
in Chains.
In Chains?
Yeah. Alice in Chains, Papa Roach, No Effects. Oh man. Pixel Grip, Palais Royale. Now, we're already making money on this. We're gonna get a good turnout. Positive festival. Pixel Grip is a 3-piece band, but boy, do they make a spectacle themselves. So this is a show.
No, you got me curious. I'm checking them out after this.
Okay, now, Alex or Rowan, did either of you look up the lyrics to the song Stamina from Pixel Grip?
Did.
I was
Okay.
going to, and then
So-
you heard at NoFX, and that just threw me off.
Alex, without reciting them, do not recite them on the podcast.
I will not.
How would you describe what you just read in any way?
We're all consenting adults, Luke. It's fine.
Boy, that is true. That is a theme for Pixel Grip. Nothing is out of that
No.
realm.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing I would say, because I mean, other than that,
That's
I
the
mean,
summary of the
we've got
song?
we've got names. We've got
Here,
yeah.
Alice in Chains.
you're getting my live reaction ready.
Oh, you're reading them? Do not read them out loud.
I
Papa
am.
Roach.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. Don't worry. It's just like,
We're seeing live. They sound
oh
good too.
god.
But man, oh man. And Palais Royale.
So that's what they mean by stamina. Got it.
Yes, that is correct. Folks in the chat, would you go to this festival? We'll leave it up for a minute. Alex, would you go to this festival?
Yes.
Rowan, would you go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. This is a no-brainer. Alice in Chains is always going to get a yes from me, unless the rest of the lineup is really problematic. But this is a fun show. Even NoFX, now that they're retired, by the way, we've had to skip it, we had to cut some stuff. NoFX is retired now. No more NoFX live. Maybe. We don't know yet. but still. And then Palais Royale I've seen several times. Pixel Grip I've seen twice.
This is the true final show.
Yeah. Oh yes, at our festival. Yes, that is correct. We paid Fat Mike an extra $50. Said, hey, you got one more in you, don't you? Come on.
I mean, like, if there's a dominatrix involved, he'd probably do it for free.
Rita of Pixel Grip, man. Well, they were at the same show too, so maybe they bumped into each other and back. I kind of hope not. So, the results: 92% yes. Fair. The only problem with this one, though, I don't know how I would advertise this show and tell them what to expect, you know?
Yeah, that's...
Because it's all over the board.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah.
You can say something for everybody.
You can. I'm just saying it'll take like an advertising team, like a week or so, to really come up with something. At least
we'll just have some electro, rock, and it's fine. It's fine.
We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later. Just sell the tickets first. Let's sell what we can
first. Get the insurance first, then sell the tickets, and we're fine.
With no effects, we want the insurance. Ugh. So, that being said, thank you so much, everyone, for hanging with us, especially for the technical delays. We're right at an hour right now, so this worked out pretty well. Hope you all are doing well. Again, I will leave a link in the comment below if you do want to help with the Florida situation. We'll wake up in the morning and see what the damage is. But again, like to the Global Food Bank and other links that'll help direct support to organizations that are already down in Florida. I'll leave those there. Alex, is there anything you would like to close with before we get to your joke / words of wisdom?
No, I did want to mention September Morning does have a new single out. It's called Spit You Out. I definitely recommend checking that one out.
Okay. Rowan, how about you?
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not my fault for no FX, by the way, chat.
It is not his fault. I promise. If it was, guys, I'm happy to blame someone if it's their fault. This was random. Everyone's seen it be random.
If no effects is done now, do you just take him off the docket now, or the thing? Is that the rule?
No, I have AC/DC in there. They're not touring anytime soon. So.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they're done. So it's like,
I'm not.
Reunion tour. We book them for a rocked reunion tour. We're good.
Can we really take retirement from Fat Mike that serious? Really?
No, you're right, Chad. I did rig the festival, by the way. I somehow hacked into Lou's computer without even touching my keyboard.
Yes.
To do with my mind, I'm Magneto.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and the support with everything. New video tomorrow. I put a poll on YouTube in the community tab asking a very important question. And I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to pull it up live. This will be the last thing before we go to the last thoughts. The video is asking the question, should Motley Crue retire? Considering the EP last weekend was not great, that's my thoughts, just me. I asked the question, no guiding, no leading on, should Motley Crue retire? On screen right now, you're going to see the results. 95% said yes, with over 5,500 votes.
Oh, you got up to 5,500?
95% of over 5,500 votes. That's getting close to unanimous.
That's wild.
So, yeah. That video's coming tomorrow. So, thank you guys very much for tuning in. I'll send all those posts and everything else tomorrow in the morning. Alex, do you have anything you would like to close with? Hang on, let me get my deck here to make sure I have the buttons right to push.
Rude.
It's fine. I'll call it like it is. That's
okay.
Fine.
No, it's fair. It's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
So my buddy said there's only one thing about Halloween that scares me. I asked, which is exactly. He replied.
Witches. WITCHES.
Yeah.
I got it though. I got it.
It took you a second, so I'm happy with it.
It did. I had to go back and think about the wording. So that did pass the check. It did work.
Yes.
So if there's an accomplishment, it's one. We got a dad joke to pull off, and a live audience actually didn't get it. And 2, Jared Leto did not beat YouTube. And 3, Fat Mike is going to show up for Pixel Grip. There. That's the summary of this podcast. What a week. I'm tired. I shouldn't be tired, but I'm tired.
Go to bed.